What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Unsigned Pop Punk Podcast. It's a podcast about life in the music industry, and today is our showcase special, our quarterly special, and it's going to be a good time. We got some good bands for you. We're going to start off strong with Betting on the End. We got Goodwill Hunting. No, it's Good Will Get Better. We got Jamie Graves and Max Blansjar. Hopefully, once again, my Minnesota accent pronounces that properly. But and potentially, once again, I was saying this before we hit record, but potentially this updates cover artist for the playlist, Lostvoy. We'll see. They haven't arrived yet, but maybe they're gonna be, just hitting in under the buzzer, making a little late entry, like a glamorous late entry. So
we'll and see. I'm just realizing this is going to be the first showcase under the Unsigned Pop Punk podcast.
That's true.
So that's even more exciting. And also, I think this might be the first time, if Lostvoy can make it in time, this will be the first time like a cover artist, an active cover artist, is on the showcase or on the podcast.
That would be true. That would be absolutely true.
At the time of recording, anyways.
At the time of recording. But I believe they still will be.
Okay, cool. So, that being said, you want me to bring in Betting on the End?
Yeah, let's bring them on in. Let's bring on Betting on the End, and let's get to it.
Welcome in. It might take a second because I know they're on their phone, and it worked. First try.
Right out the gate.
That's a first. That's a first.
Oh, the video is not working.
But... Oh, there we go. I see you guys.
Working on our end.
You guys.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool. What's up?
Oh, we're just hanging. We're just hanging. So, what are you guys doing right now? Tell us what you're doing.
Literally right now.
Yeah, you're in the car. So.
That wasn't the original plan, but we, due to weather conditions in our lovely state of Arizona, had to leave earlier than planned. We were on the way to a local interview, actually, with an online radio station.
Cool.
Yeah, so they are like out in the sticks, basically in the suburbs.
Okay.
So it's normally already like a half-hour drive out there, but now it's like an hour. So.
Oh. Right on. Well, that's all right. We make it work. That's what we do here. We make things work.
Exactly. Yeah. Just
all right.
Make do with.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do? Okay. So this is a different format than our normal podcast. This is a little bit more, I guess, goofballish. I don't know, but we get some good questions in here. We get to know the band, but we also like to get to know you guys a little more personally, and with your quirks and stuff like that. That's kind of the focus on this podcast. So, what we're gonna have you do: describe your band in 10 words or less.
Oh my god.
Really kick ass. Oh, that's 9. I still messed that up.
Well, it's okay.
It was words, though. It was less than 10.
10 words or less, so you nailed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say really, really good looking.
That's a blatant lie.
I was expecting what I would do and say really, 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 really sucks. That's what I would do if someone asked me to describe my band.
That is the self-deprecating humor that Gibby would bring to the table for sure.
I love that. No, that's great.
So, for most music reviews, they always end with like for fans of sections, right? Like, or sometimes they start with those. I want you guys to name 3 established bands that would be put in that section.
I would say Law Dispute is one.
Ooh,
nice.
Fall of Troy.
Fall of Troy.
Ooh, okay.
What is a third? What would be a good third? Something that's not of that vein.
Yeah.
Um. Oh my god. Trying to think of one that someone has, because usually I'm thinking of ones that people have compared us to or like been like, oh my god, like you guys remind me of X Band.
Sure.
Cinemechanica is one that we got before too.
You know,
Wow.
that's
All right.
that one's unique. I don't think I've heard that one yet.
Same.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I had to Google them because I was like, I've heard of this band, but I don't know like a lot about them. So and then I heard it and I was like, I can see that. I can see that. So we'll go with that. We're missing like the emo component here, but we'll go with that for now.
Who needs the emo component? Y'all don't need the emo component.
Yeah.
You guys got it settled with Law Dispute. That's emo enough.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. This next one. It's like each of the like these go fast. So, your band's name is now a signature dish at a restaurant. What's it gonna be? And be as descriptive as possible.
Ooh. I feel like it's got to be something Mexican. Considering I'm the only non-Mexican in the band.
All right.
I would say like a hefty burrito, like a burrito that's so big that Chipotle has to wrap it twice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
What's in the what you got in the burrito? What kind of meat?
Ooh, my default is always carne asada, but so that's where I would probably turn to. It's like a core meat, but it's got some flavor, some spice to it. So we'll go with that.
All
What
right.
else?
It's got some green and red chili both.
Oh yeah, you gotta have both. You can't have one. It's gotta be green and red.
Okay. Okay.
Would we do cheese in this burrito?
Bean and cheese.
Bean and cheese. Okay. Bean and cheese for sure. Probably pinto beans.
Yeah.
They're very hearty. We all
Sounds
like it. So.
It's sounding good and hearty. I like it.
And let's throw in a vegetable. Let's put in some tomatoes and onions.
All right.
Very loosely using the term vegetable here, but
It goes
yeah.
with it though.
It works.
There's some hot sauce.
Nice. All right, Gibby. I know this was one of your favorite ones. I saved this for you.
All right. So this is a two-parter, right? I need one of you. Only one of you can answer this. So I need one. Who's going to volunteer for this?
I'll do it.
Okay. So you're my
All right.
victim. Perfect.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to name 3 of your favorite bands, like all-time favorite bands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to choose Paramore.
Paramore.
I am going to choose Minus the Bear.
Minus the Bear. Okay.
And I am thirdly going to choose Delta Sleep.
Okay. So those are your 3 all-time favorite bands, right?
Yeah.
All
I'd say, yeah.
Now
In rotation.
I need you to choose one to lose forever. Like you're never going to get to hear them again. They are gone. Like their discography is gone to your ears. Someone's going to play it and you just hear nothing. They're not gone to the world. They're just gone to you.
Oh man. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to drop Delta Sleep. As much as I love them, they are like one that I've gotten into as an adult, since they're a newer band.
Okay.
They don't have like that nostalgia component that the other two do.
All right, that's fair. All right, if you could, it's tough. It's usually this hurts people's hearts. So
yeah.
That's why it's my
like,
favorite.
There's so many other bands I would also include that aren't in those 3. I have a hard time picking favorites though.
Fair. All right, if you could put yourself into any Disney movie, which movie and character would you be?
You want to take this one, Chris?
Oh shit, Aladdin easily.
All right. Are you gonna be Aladdin?
Oh yeah, I could choose what to be. I don't know. That monkey's pretty cool. So I'll go with the fruit.
He's gonna be a poo.
Some Apu?
I respect that decision, and I love that decision for you.
Right? That's awesome.
We take ourselves very seriously.
I see that.
All right.
Okay.
What is one musical opinion hill that you die on?
Oh man, that's a good one. Oh man, this might piss a lot of people off, but I am generally not a big fan of like worst wave emo.
Okay.
I'm kind of like scream or sing, pick one.
Okay.
In the middle in between, like I'm yelling, but kind of not. Also, I don't know. I guess, yeah, I know. I get a lot of flack for this because there's so many bands of that era that people love, and then I'm just like, I don't know. I'm sorry.
That is okay. That's okay.
Do you have one?
Me?
Yeah.
Not really. No, I can't think of one.
Yeah. The only other one I could think of is just like, like when it comes to networking and stuff, like in the more of the industry side of things, like the importance of like actually going to shows and meeting people and like meeting people in your community and building a community and that kind of stuff, not gatekeeping genres or like people, whatever, stuff like that. So,
Right.
yeah, be supportive is the hill I'll die on.
Well, and that's a good hill to die on, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good hill.
That is a very good hill to die on.
All right, we got 2 questions left for you. This is another fun one. So let's say you found an old iPod. You remember those, you know? Dead media, dead technology. That it's got a battery life that cannot be depleted. Like it's just gonna live forever, right? And you're like trapped on an island or something. The only thing is it only has room. It's an infinite amount of room, but only room for 5 artist discographies. What artist discographies are you putting on the iPod?
Okay. I'm giving this one a use as I did the last one.
Number 1 for me will be Mini Trees. Wearing the shirt right now. Can't really see it, but yeah.
Okay,
Mini Trees. Long Beard. That's a hard one.
2,
Probably Rosie Tucker.
3,
What else is there? Jordana.
4.
And
I'm surprised you're leaving one off here.
I'm trying to think.
I don't want to influence your decision, but I'm like, I feel like there's one band that you would.
Veronica Everhart.
Veronica Everhart? Okay. 5.
That's good, yeah.
Okay.
She's a local.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate you throwing in like a local from your scene in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Whenever we're doing this question, I always think of the bands that I enjoy that have the biggest discography, like the fucking just biggest.
Yeah,
That
makes sense.
My number 1 is always Iron Maiden because there's like 500 fucking CDs. You know, there's just it just never ends. So
That's true.
that's like my number 1 usually.
No, you have the right mindset on that. Try to choose as much music as you can.
Right.
My ass would choose like 3 bands that have like 2 albums or something, and I'm stuck listening to the same like 50 songs for the rest of my life.
Exactly. No one wants that.
All right, guys. Well, your time is up. So this is the chance to let everyone know why they should be listening to your band and let us know where we could find you guys.
Cool. Why should you listen to us? We are fun. We really enjoy just playing music. All of us have been, in the scene here locally for years. We just really love music as playing it in general.
And we got something for everyone. We've been told a lot of times that people like us because we're not trying to be anything, because we're like all over the place. So I'm sure there's like at least one song you might be like, okay,
Yeah,
this is okay.
yeah. I feel like someone has said like their favorite song of ours has been like a different song with every person. So that's kind of cool that like almost our whole discography, someone's been like, that's my favorite one. Yeah, so if you like more chill ambient stuff or heavier, more metal-y type stuff, we got it covered. And then as far as what we got going on, we do have our first single from our new EP coming out on April 7th, Paralysis. And our EP itself is coming out on May 17th or 16th. We're on Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, literally any platform whatsoever, except for the new ones. That's too many different accounts at this point. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, betting on the end on all of them, literally just that. It's pretty easy.
Perfect.
We really appreciate it, checking us out, giving us a follow, and hit us up. Let us know what you think. We'd love to chat with you too. So.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Well, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us.
All right, and with that being
Thanks for
said,
having us. Really appreciate it.
all right, you guys already know what time it is. Time for you guys to get out.
Guess what? Gibby, Lostvoy is arrived.
I saw
They're
that.
here.
I saw that. I'm excited. We have a few people in chat here for Lostvoy, so that's really sick.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw. I wanted to point out one thing. There was two questions got answered in the chat. One of
Okay.
the hills to die on? Someone said I would die on no mids in the guitar tone. And
Yep.
I like that. I respect that.
Yeah.
And then someone else
I
said,
see that.
"Oh, you might be reading what I was about to say."
Oh, no. You go.
Yeah, someone else said, bands with a lot of
Cities Never Sleep.
Yep, huge discographies like Cities Never Sleep.
Yeah, that was Matt, though.
Yeah, that was Matt. Huge discography, though. He's not wrong.
Naomi, Etz, yes, Lostvoy is going to be in shortly. They are next, actually. So
Yeah, so with that being
69
said-
Christmas albums. We don't have 69 Christmas albums. Matt,
You guys have a lot of Christmas albums, though. A lot of Christmas.
we have
stuff.
one. We have one Christmas album, and then
A bunch of EPs.
Yeah, but they're all the same. It's all the one album. But if you could find those special hidden EPs, Bandcamp, they've got Christopher Walken on it. They're
man.
stories by Christopher Walken. That's what it is. Walking in a winter wonderland.
Yeah, he
Good time.
showed me those like on a long drive once, and I loved it. I could not get enough of it.
It's something. If you are interested in hearing something very interesting, slightly funny, and Christmassy, go look up Cities Never Sleep on Bandcamp and look up our Christmas EPs.
All right. Well, no one's here to hear you talk about your band, Pat.
Sure not. They're
Yeah.
sure not.
So let's
For
bring
Matt.
in except for Matt. Well, so let's bring in the next band that people actually want to hear from. There we go. Yo, guys.
Did it.
I did it. Can you guys hear me?
We hear you guys.
We
We
can
see
see
you
you,
guys. How's band practice going?
And practice was awesome. We just wrapped up, right? Like,
Yeah, man. The
5
drummer
minutes
sticks
ago.
kept getting bigger and bigger. We had to end early.
Holy
Yeah, we had a-
smokes.
Our drummer's huge.
our drummer is a giant. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
Nice.
had a great time. practicing some new
Nice.
songs and some old songs. Yeah, all going good, man. How are you guys?
Good. As we're so for you, those of you that are either here for Lostvoy or are this is new for you. Well, this is cool. This is our first time actually having our current cover artist for the Unsigned Pop Punk playlist on this show. So
Good. Thank you so much for putting us on that playlist. I've been following you for a while, like just for like 2 years, something like that, and just listening to the songs and following on like Instagram. And I don't know, for some reason, I never had like the guts to like submit our song or something. Or
That's
this
crazy.
time, I felt good, and I was like, okay, let's just submit it, and we got in. So thank you so much for having us and having us here too. Your name is Pat, right? Pat on the right
It
here,
is.
and
Yeah,
Where's the hand?
who's Super Gibby?
that's me right here.
What's your real name?
Yeah, well, yep. Super Gibby's my real name, and his real name is
That's your
Pat
real name.
Never
Okay,
Sleeps.
That's good. That's good. And
Pat
nice to
never
meet
sleeps.
you. And where are you guys? Because we have like a different time zone, right? Are we all in like in different places?
We're
We are-
all in different places. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat is over in Minnesota, and I'm just freshly moved to Washington.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We're
So-
kind of close. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So
let's
it's
get into it.
yeah. Let's do it. All right. Well, let's start out with an easy one. Like, what is one thing you would want everyone to know about your band?
Our band that we
Yeah.
write music nonstop. We have a bunch of singles out, and I don't know. I'm probably the only one of the few Dominicans that doesn't play reggaeton, and that's one thing. That's a really good thing.
That's
That's a really good thing. I love it.
I'm a Dominican living in Canada, pushing the boundaries of my culture because I don't know, everyone back home, they just like merengue and like Latin music, which I love and I like. But one of the reasons why I started this project is because I wanted to push those boundaries a little bit, and I just didn't want to succumb to like, I don't know, my roots, because that's what everyone does over there, right? So like
Yeah.
it's really hard to be like a rock star over there, or like play rock music because no one likes that. People like if you play metal or something, people it's changing a little bit, but people used to think it's like satanic or something like that, right? So I had to move to Canada, spend 10 years here, and then like meet my buddies right here, and I'm so happy that I met them. And we just started this band about like 3 years ago or something like that. And
cool.
so far we've been doing really good, but it took me a while to find like my feet here because I don't know, immigrant, didn't know a lot of people. The scene here is huge. Like there's so many shows here. Like
He's Canadian now.
I'm Canadian. I'm basically
He
Canadian now.
skateboards in the cold with us.
I
sometimes, so-
skateboard. It's like
Oh yeah.
yeah. I've
If
snowboarded.
it's like near zero, he'll come out.
Yeah,
he's
I am-
skateboarding.
Yeah.
I'm almost Canadian. I'm about as almost as close as you can get for living in the States. I live
For
2
sure.
hours away from Canada.
You know,
Yeah.
Pat, I think I might have you beat now.
Oh
I
yeah,
think so.
I guess you are pretty close.
I
now,
think I
yeah.
might
Yeah.
be
Right, guys,
more
it's
Canadian
great.
than you now.
Let's see
You
how
think so?
fast you got to get here.
Well, I could get there in less than 3 hours.
I could get
Well,
there
to
in less
Canada,
than 2.
not to you. I don't.
I think I could
you're
get there
probably
in less
further
than
drive.
2. I think I just take a ferry there and I'm there.
Dang, that's
But you
sexy.
heard it
man.
first. They're gonna race right after this
Yeah.
screen. They're
We're-
gonna, whoever gets here first.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's a free-
don't tempt me to race to Canada away from fucking America
Oh
right
my
now.
god. Yeah,
Don't-
It's
Don't tempt me.
a bit tough right now.
He-
Guys
All right,
are welcome. Okay, this is my bass player. My bass player is a little bit too intense. Relax, boys. Did there.
That was crazy. T-Rex in the ring.
Put the raptor back in the bathroom.
All right,
it's
Gibby, get him.
All right, so this
What's
is
the
a question
score?
from chat. Do you drink maple syrup and say A non-ironically now?
Every morning.
Every morning?
He
That's,
does say A, actually.
Yeah, more.
I do love maple syrup. I do have maple syrup every morning actually with toast. Yeah, I love it. I love it, and my wife has to hide it from me because I destroy it. Like
The sugar.
it doesn't last a week or two at my house. Like I just love it, and I do say A a lot. And in my defense, Dominic can say that too. Like I think we
A-
had it first.
you know,
Yeah,
as a
first.
Hispanic, I get it. Growing up in southern Texas, hearing A-way,
We say it a lot.
A-way,
Yeah,
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 I
like
don't know
that.
about that, man. I don't know about that.
Yeah. I say it a lot and love maple syrup. What about
That's
you
so
guys?
funny.
You guys, do you
We're
dig it?
over maple syrup, but we do say A a lot.
Definitely
A.
more maple syrup, less A for me. Like, I went to school in Michigan, so I didn't really develop A. Is
Okay.
Yeah,
Where-
there, so
He has a brain.
he has a
Yeah.
brain.
Because
I
he has a
say-
brain.
I hum more than A.
Yeah. That was a good
All
one.
right. Fair enough. All right. What's your guys' songwriting process like?
Well, so far we're changing it a little bit, but it all started. I started the project and I wrote a bunch of songs. I love writing, and I write a little bit like faster than these dudes, maybe.
It's crazy.
So
It's
right
crazy.
now I build like the main structure of the song for now, like the main idea, and we just take it from there as a group. And right now we've been playing for so long together that I know what they like, and I try to surprise them a little bit. Like I write riffs for us, for all of us, and they like to say that I write it, most of it, but I feel like they don't get how much I pull from them at the same time. And it started like I started playing with the band because my friends convinced me to like form a band and play the music that I was recording, kind of thing. And now the band evolved into like my best homies. Everyone skateboards except for this guy, but he plays really well. He plays the
He gets
guitar
it
really
done.
well, so that makes up for it. But we all skateboard too, and except Nomi. And I don't know, like this guy
The way he writes something so crazy that none of us can even really think about it, and then it's a battle of like, okay, will he chill or do we have to meet him? You know, and then it's like there's usually he'll be in his craziness over here, but then also like he'll come down off the ledge a little bit. But no, he's made us better and shit.
Eventually, I'm pushing us all to like ride together. And it's hard too because everyone has a job too. Thankfully, I can work from home and I have like a lot of flexibility that these guys sometimes don't have, and that allows me to just like sit down and like ride for like 10 hours straight on a Tuesday. You know, everyone is going
When he's
crazy,
supposed to be working.
and at 8 a.m. I'm sending riffs, and I'm like, dude, look what I wrote.
Like, I'm just trying to wake up, dude. Just chill.
Exactly, yeah. I'm that guy for sure, and I think I'm not that annoying. But like back in the day when we started, like it was like 9 a.m. and I was already writing paragraphs. Like, hey guys, I have this idea. Yeah. Me doing most of the job right now, but the writing, when it comes to writing, but we just finished writing an EP, and I think like everyone contributed a lot there. Like again, I wrote the bass structure, and then he added so much to the guitar because I play rhythms, and the way I write, I just write the rhythms first and then put some lyrics on top. And this guy like decorates decorates the song with.
We got Aaron Marshall on top of everything. You know?
Yeah, Aaron Marshall. I wish.
That's it.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.
on.
So this is the showcase. This is Unsigned Pop Punk. We ask the hard-hitting questions here. What's the weirdest smell you have ever smelled?
Oh my god.
At the jam space or the jam space itself?
The weirdest smell, dude. I have a sensitive like sense of smell, so I can tell you a bunch of smells. I don't want to say from who, but I feel like one time I smelled a dirty belly button. You know, like
What are you talking about?
like a very dirty one. You
Man,
know.
how old were you?
I think it wasn't from one of you guys. Like we're not that
Hope
close.
not.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so good.
But
Dirty
yeah,
belly
like,
button.
And it's going down south. And
but like I don't know, like a bad feet smell will bother me for sure. I'm trying to think of food smells. You know, like there's some
He's very
food-
sensitive.
yeah, cheesy feet.
Yeah.
He smells. Yeah.
There's a lot of BO here in the summer. I find like the summers here are really crazy. So I feel like I don't know. BO is like hit me hard.
So fun.
I love that. That was so good. All right, we got a couple more questions. And we gotta boot you. All right.
I'm good.
So I don't know if you guys have do you have the Powerball, or is that just an American
It's a
thing?
similar thing. We have like the Maximilians, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So
Yeah,
if you guys won like the $1 million whatever, what would be the first thing you spent your money on?
The first thing.
Pay off all my debts first.
Nice. Yes.
Good back, everyone.
Buy a jam house.
If I was a millionaire, boof. I think I would invest in my dream house outside of the city where I would have a studio.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think everything would go there, and I would have to have a mini ramp in the backyard, or a place a house where I could have a studio and also like a mini skate park where I can invite my homies and write and just never leave, and have a few cows in there for sure.
I would
Dude,
buy a
you
50,000 square foot ball.
you just sound like the coolest dude. Like I just want to be friends with you forever now.
We can be friends.
He's
man.
never gonna win the lottery, so
Well,
I don't care about that. I don't care about that. You just seem so fucking nice.
You know what? I have a business opportunity for you guys.
best in the Powerball.
Oh,
I may or may not know of a house in Ohio that has all those things you said you wanted,
God, dude. Yeah.
minus
I
the
don't know what
skate
other
park.
states
but
right
then,
now.
but then you'd have to come to the States, and
Yeah.
I don't recommend
Exactly,
that.
like, we have a lot of green land here that we.
God, I'm telling you, all you need is a ball pit. 50,000 square foot ball pit. That's what I'm getting.
Okay.
All right, this question is for Dan from chat.
Okay.
What is your favorite pizza?
Hawaiian hands down. Like really good
He is Canadian.
bacon and
That's the island.
what's the thing
That's
that
the-
pineapple and
Yeah,
pineapple.
well, I think it's ham. There's no bacon on
They
it.
I know, but here
Yeah,
sometimes they
do
make it with
do.
bacon
Yeah, it
and
is.
that's messed up.
Yeah, it's your
I know.
your boy is asking. Luke from Calling All Captains.
Oh yeah.
shit.
Can you get in chat?
Let's go, Carl Captain. Let's go.
Oh, we got Luke in here.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
I love
this
it,
is
man.
so sick.
We played with them recently. I don't know, like a few months ago, and they are amazing.
they're
Favorite Ontarian band.
Oh, is it not?
yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Edmonton.
Not Calling All
Luke is from
Captains,
Wicked-
but just another
Yeah.
guy named Luke with the same
Just
exact
another guy
spelling.
named Luke.
With the same exact
yeah,
spelling.
No, that's him. No.
Oh boy. Well, that
They're-
would have been.
It's your
that would've been
producer. Your
wild.
producer.
Oh, look,
He makes us
look.
pop. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
look.
My
He's in a
bad.
band called Naked.
Look, what's up? We love you, Luke. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's our producer, and he has helped us. He's basically part of the band as well. Yeah,
Oh
he helped
yeah.
My bad.
We
It
do
was
all
the
the
same
writing
exact
and-
spelling, so I just assumed it was the same guy.
Yeah, he produces like all the bands that sound good from Toronto, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
the
like,
best
at least
producer.
bands
One of
that
the
play,
best
like,
producers
heavier
in
stuff.
Toronto. Shout out to Luke Jasson. I hope I'm not butchering his last name, but probably I am.
Makes sense. All right. We gotta let you go, but before we do, let everybody know why they should be listening to the band. Share your links, where they can find you. What's next for you guys?
We're Lostvoy, and you should listen to us because we are super hype.
Bouncy cool.
We write a lot of energetic music that will probably, if you like good vibes, you will love us. And yeah, we're one of the new coming super hype bands from Toronto, and
Dropping an
we have
EP.
so much music coming out. We have a drip EP coming out in April 11th, and you just look for Lostvoy everywhere, and you will find us. I think that's a very unique name, Lostvoy with like this V.
Oh yeah.
We're definitely not cookie cutter pop punk, so
No, they're awesome. They're great. You can check them out on the Unsigned Pop Punk playlist right now.
Literally the
Thank
first
you so
track.
Number
Hell
one.
yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
dude, there's so many good
Thank you,
tracks
man.
there. Thank you so much, guys. Nice to meet you.
Love you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out.
All right, guys, now get out of
From
here.
Ohio too.
All right.
There it is. I keep losing the
Dude.
button I need to push.
That's fair. That was they are hype and
They
they're
are.
very energetic. Like it. I love it.
I love that. That was a great one.
Love it. It was a lot of fun. I'm super stoked for this next one though. You know, we got was it Max? We got Max Blanchard. And he's from the UK. He is
Yeah.
up.
It's like
late.
midnight for him.
Yeah.
And he stayed up
It-
just
well,
to
it
do
is.
this for us.
Well, and I just learned by talking to him that so they didn't have their daylight savings yet. So typically it should be 1 o'clock there because it's typically 6 hours ahead of us as far as I'm aware.
Ooh, okay.
But they haven't had their daylight savings yet. So they're only 5 hours ahead of us. The more you know.
That is cool. I did not know that. All right. And with that being said, let's bring in Max.
Hey.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
perfect. There we go.
You are here.
Hey.
You're here.
Hi.
How is it
How's it going?
going?
It's going really good. It's going really good. I have a bone to pick with you actually, because earlier
Oh, no.
I I was listening. You're not in trouble, but you said that iPods were a dead technology.
Uh-oh.
And it's not true because I have. It's like all I use to. I'm showing for the people who are listening and not watching. I have my iPod Classic. Is like the
That's
only thing I ever use to listen to music.
that's amazing.
That is amazing.
So
I love that.
It's actually dead right now, which is not a great look for me, but it's just because it's out of charge. It's not broken.
That's so awesome. I honestly, I love that. I wish I still had an iPod. I remember being on tour and downloading and watching the first episode of Heroes. If anyone remembers that show,
I do remember that show.
I downloaded that and watched that show on my iPod.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah,
It was a good time.
that's really cool. You know what? I will say this is like not the first time I've seen an iPod shuffle on screen or not iPod shuffle. That's the touch, right? No.
That's a classic.
That's
yeah,
a classic.
This is a classic. Yeah.
It's not the first
Classic is
iPod
the
I've
best
seen
one,
today.
too. Today?
I saw someone else like post on their like a friend of mine post on their stories that they found one and they were going through all the photos on it. I was like,
They have
Crazy.
an insane amount of storage.
yeah.
I know.
I always forget. I'm not even like a quarter of the way through it, and I have quite a lot of music on there. It's quite
Yeah.
amazing. We sort of
Yeah.
peaked with that technology. I wonder.
I agree. I mean, it's just hard because now we have streaming and everything's at your fingertips. But I mean, before that, like that was just the best. I love that the iPod.
I remember I had a really nice Beat speaker, but it had a little dock where you just put your iPod on. That's all it was used for, that dock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those. These days, if I want to put stuff on it, my new laptop doesn't have a CD port, so I have to get this old one out of the cupboard, but it doesn't have Wi-Fi, so I have to connect it via Ethernet, and then like sit and like upload all these CDs, like burn them all onto my laptop, and then transfer them onto my iPod. And by the end, I feel like I've really deserved it, you know.
You've earned it.
Yeah, I was like, I've really earned this music, which is, I don't know if that's a healthy mentality, but it's definitely the opposite to the streaming method, which is weird in its own way.
True. All right, well let's get into it. We got some questions for you. So let's just start off. You know, just give everybody a quick like rundown about your music.
Yeah, so I used to be I used to play classical piano. Well, I still do, I guess, but that was my main thing. And then when I was about 15, I started releasing these like lo-fi, I guess, pop punk EPs, and then was doing that. And then last year I put out my first album, which I recorded in Brooklyn, and yeah, now I'm writing my second album, and that's kind of been it.
Hell yeah! Like so are you're currently recording like your new album or?
I'm currently writing it. I'm about halfway through writing it. Yeah, so it's a little way off being. I mean, these things always take ages, but yeah.
Yeah. Exciting. Well, that'll be fun. Well, there'll be something to look forward to.
For sure.
All right, so this is a fun one. You were tasked with explaining what emo is to someone who's never heard it before. How would you describe it?
Emo to someone who's never heard it before.
Yeah.
But they're human. They're not like an alien.
Yeah, they're a
human person.
they're
they're
a human.
human.
They're just
uncultured.
Like trying to explain emo to like an old person.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I've probably had that conversation before, actually. Where I live, there's a lot of older people. I'd probably be like, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to put it in terms that I guess that they would understand. I'd be like, imagine how it would sound if like the Beatles had had like a really tragic accident really early on in their career, and they'd had, I guess, like really deep psychological fallouts, and they didn't take psychedelics, they like took other stuff.
Downers.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it's not, maybe that's not really fair, but I guess that's maybe the closest I would come.
I mean, that's pretty good. At first, when you're like, if the Beatles had something tragic, and I was like, I'm pretty sure they did. And then you're like, but early on, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, early on, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Pretty sure they did.
Did you not hear their emo album after? Let's not go there.
Yeah. All right. Another fun one. So let's say, like, you've made it big time, right? Your albums are just popping off. Now Hollywood wants to make a movie about you and your life and your music. Who's gonna be the starring cast? Who's playing you?
Well, first of all, me. I'm wondering if I have any celebrity lookalikes. I'm gonna start with my dad though, because people say that my dad looks like Christopher Walken, who's been mentioned before.
Full circle.
And
this is a great podcast.
He actually kind of does look like. Honestly, once I was at a music festival with him, and someone came up to him and was like, "Excuse me, are you an actor?" And he was like, "No." And then they showed him a picture of Christopher Walken, and they're like, "It's like, is that you?" And he's like, "No." They wouldn't believe him. They thought he was just trying to get rid of them. So I think that's kind of a no-brainer.
Believe I want to just quickly interject. Believe it or not, I have a painting of Christopher Walken in my bedroom.
Of the painting is of him in your bedroom, or the painting is in your bedroom?
The painting is in my bedroom of Christopher Walken.
That would be even better.
In a different place. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be really great if it was like a painting of him like sprawled on my bed or something, you know, just like looking all
God.
dapper and sexy, I guess.
Yeah.
Not your dad, but Christopher Walken.
I mean, look closer than you think, though. That's the problem. I think in terms of who would play me, I think it's one of those things where I'd want someone like Asa Butterfield to get it, but it would end up being someone like Timothy Chalamet due to like forces outside of my control.
I mean, Timothy Chalamet is not a bad, not a bad get, I would say.
I think. Well, I haven't really seen many of his films. I haven't really seen many films, full stop. So I can't really. I don't know.
I think I've only seen him in Dune, the first one.
Seems like a good guy. I have no qualms with him.
I mean, he's dating a Kardashian, I think, so he only has so much taste, I guess. But
well, maybe. She might be really nice though.
She could be really nice. You're right. She could be super, super nice.
Yeah.
Like those Kardashians are known to be.
Yeah. Maybe it's all a front though, like a reverse front where they make themselves out to be worse than they are.
You gotta
For
get
TV.
ratings. It's about the ratings. You know
Exactly.
how much
That's
shit
what I always
I'd be
say as well.
staging? I want people to come up to me and be scared to come up to me.
So true.
That's
Like,
fair.
That's what we're doing. What we're doing now.
Yeah.
It is.
Like if someone came up to me and like saw me on a TV show, I want them to be scared to come up to me because they saw me like yelling at my like post office person for like
Or just worried that your hair
stepping
is
on my
going to like
grass.
assault them.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it would be more like your hair is going to just assault them.
Okay,
'Cause
so
your hair is intense.
this is also a great question. Since we are live on Twitch right now, who's your favorite Twitch streamer? And this should be easy.
I would honestly. I have never. This is my first time ever being on Twitch. I created a Twitch account for this. It's you, of course.
Okay, there we go.
I genuinely first logged onto this website about like an hour and a half ago.
Right on.
You know, look
Yeah.
at that.
Well, welcome.
Twitch, you should be
Thank
sending
you.
us some
Thank
royalties here. We're building this.
It's a lot of fun though. It's a fun community.
Oh, yeah.
It's it's cool to be able to to be doing this, to be talking to you, and then having the people who are hanging out with us be able to talk to us at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite the chaos that's going in the chat right now.
Oh boy, is there chaos going in the chat?
Well, they're talking about his dad and Christopher Walken being in your bed in a painting.
Oh my god.
No.
Both of them?
Yes.
That's beautiful.
I don't want to look at that.
I don't
That would
want to
be
think
art.
of that either.
That would be
I don't-
art. Have you ever? Do you guys? Do either of you? If you even have the opportunity to do this, just look it up. But all I can picture is like that picture of like George Costanza from Seinfeld, and he's just in his underwear on
I'm just gonna stop
in an
you. I'm
oil
just gonna
painting.
stop you there.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. But that's what I think of now. But they're like facing each other and then looking at the camera for this for the painting. Good time.
That's I don't know what to make of that.
It's okay.
I'm sorry that he's trying to make you picture your dad in his underwear.
No, I don't want you to picture anything. I'm
1 a.m., man.
I know.
Dude, I am impressed with you though. That is,
Thank
you are a national treasure.
Well, it doesn't take much over here. It's the thing. The thing is though, like I was doing a tour a couple of weeks back, and it was one of those things where you have to get up really early to sort of leave a hotel or whatever, and you kind of do nothing all day, and then you really start working at like 4.
Yeah.
And then you don't typically go to bed before 1. And I was like, this rhythm really suits me. It's like not unlike a cat. You have like the morning, and then you do nothing in the afternoon, and then you do the evening. And I was like, this is great. I would just do this in my regular life if I could.
I love that.
So that's what we're doing now.
Typically, I would be getting ready to go to bed right now because I start work at 4 a.m. usually.
What?
Yeah,
What
I'm
do you
crazy.
do?
Oh, I work at Target right now.
Right,
It's a
right.
little part-time gig. It's it's kind of like a Walmart, but not as bad as Walmart.
Okay.
But it's just got some part-time gig right now, and
I like that you compared it to another American shop that I don't know about here.
well, I assumed that you knew like what like Walmart was,
I
because
kind of
it's
do.
just like, yeah,
It's like
it's a
thing.
super store. It's a mega store,
Sure.
and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Target
yeah.
Store.
Target is like the less Walmart version of Walmart.
That makes total sense to me. Yeah.
I figured it might.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Gibby, we got a couple left we can do here.
All right. So you kind of talked about touring for a second. What would be your dream tour lineup?
Am I on the tour? or
Is it
am I
your dream to
watching?
be on the
If
tour?
you want to, yeah, if you want to be on the tour, you're on it.
No, I think I should be on it. I should definitely be on it.
Okay.
Not because I'm like I'm in the top 3 bands that people should see, but just because like it's my
Yeah, it's your dream tour.
My dream
We
tour.
don't
It's
care
your
what people.
dream, so-
It's what
not
you
your-
want
it's
to
not
see.
your
It's not.
dream.
Yeah.
It's not
right.
what others want to see. It's what you want to see.
Quite right. So I'd probably be on there. I sort of, they're not even necessarily like in my top 3 or 5 favorite bands or whatever, but just in terms of live bands, I'd want to put Deerhoof in there.
Okay.
They're like an incredible live band when I saw them, and I could watch them infinite numbers of times, and they seem like really nice people to be around as well. So that's not unimportant, I would say, on a tour if you're in close quarters with people. So I'm there, they're there, and for a third, probably something. There's a mashup DJ called 41, who I don't know really, but I've sort of been following him online, and he's like anonymous, and I just really like to meet him. So I'm gonna invite him too, just so I know what he looks like.
You know,
I don't know.
I love
That's
that.
my gamble. He'll open, I guess. Maybe he'll close. I don't know. I haven't thought about the lineup, but that's the three of us.
I love it. Yeah, or you guys could switch off each night, even.
Oh, why not? Or maybe we could just do one set with all of us.
All yeah,
One
you're
giant
all
set.
in.
Love that.
Yeah,
We're all there. Yeah.
yeah, all playing at the same time.
We just do 3 sets at the simultaneously
Yeah,
through each other.
right through each other, right?
Yeah.
Or you could do like this really weird thing. You'll all be on stage together, right? One of you will play a song. It'll be like you play a song, then they play a song next, and you just kind of keep rotating songs.
You know, I like his idea better. Just all of y'all just doing your own thing at the same time.
Noise. It'll be the Noise Blast tour.
Yeah, it's postmodern.
Yeah, that's like modern art right there.
For sure, yeah.
It's like a banana taped to a canvas right there. One of those just sold for millions of dollars, I was told.
I feel like that's the kind of thing that seems like it happened like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did that happen? A banana? Well, we're just doing it. I guess we just keep doing it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
I wish I'd thought of that.
Oh.
Banana taped to wall art.
Oh, it did sell for $6.2 million.
Yep.
How much?
$6.2 million, and that was in November.
Yep, I told you.
Oh,
Isn't that
wow.
insane?
That is insane.
Literally anyone could be famous and say that they're an artist, and like that's what that tells me. That's what that tells me.
But I always wonder with those kinds of things if it's being bought as art or if it's like a part of someone's investment portfolio. Like, what are they doing? Like, what do you do with a banana taped to a? I don't understand. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know
about how this stuff.
Because that
works.
just
Like,
eventually just rots out. Not rot out, but goes rotten.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean, it's just gonna go rotten. I don't know.
You're not gonna like tape it, like take it home and tape it to your own wall. But it must be just like it must be a certificate or something that you're then. It's like it must be like a tax thing. I'm sorry if that's really cynical.
Dude, I don't know. It blew when I heard this today. This is news to me today. I was baffled. Like, I don't understand. It makes no sense. What do you mean that's art? I don't like what I mean, art is subjective and all in the eye of the beholder. I get that. But that's garbage taped to a canvas. I don't get that. I don't get that.
I can kind of get on board with it being art in some way. I guess I just don't understand why you would buy it
For
like
millions of dollars. Like $5. Sure. Because I would maybe take the banana and I would eat it, maybe. Because I like bananas.
You at least got to pay the full price for the canvas.
Sure. And that's fair.
Well, frames aren't cheap as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was framed. Maybe it had do you know what kind of frame it had?
I don't.
Maybe
it was a
gold.
Maybe that's where the
maybe yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe that's where the art was.
Okay, it's huge though. But we're getting off topic.
This has been a really, this has been a really great interview though. This was fun. You're a lot of fun, Max. I like this.
Oh,
okay,
thanks.
I'm serious. I wasn't being sarcastic. Because you're like, is he just trolling me? No, seriously, this was awesome. You're fun.
Thank you.
Cheers. Okay. So with that, because we got Bucha, let everybody know why they should be listening to you, your band, your music. Share your links where everybody can find you.
Great. Well, you don't have to listen to me, but yeah. Well, if you'd like to, you might be interested. I like it, so that's an important thing.
I like it too.
It's kind of like musically, it's kind of like if you taped a banana to a wall. And
it's $1 million art.
And but it's worth, I would say, like probably twice as much, if not 3 times as much. And so I'm on the internet everywhere at Max Blanchard Music in most places. The surname spelling is a bit weird because it's a Dutch surname, because that's the country that I'm from. And my album's on Spotify and on Bandcamp and everywhere, and you can get it. So yeah, go ahead.
Hell yeah, Max! Thanks for hanging out, dude. This was great.
Pleasure. Thanks so much for having me.
We appreciate you.
All right, Max. Thank you so much for hanging out, but you gotta go.
Do it.
You gotta go.
No.
He was excited for that. He was like,
get me. Get me.
Is this like people's like life goals now, just to get booted off this show?
It's like, cut me, Mick. Cut me.
Right,
yeah, that was awesome. Hey guys, how you guys doing in the chat? You guys having fun?
Money laundering. Oh, that makes sense.
It does. And like seriously, this is like, I'm serious. This has been one of the more fun showcases that we've done. These conversations have been off the wall, and it's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. And it's a cuck thing, Matt says. Holy shit. This is great. You guys
also,
are great.
again,
Okay.
Max, I'm sorry that Pat was trying to make you picture your dad in his underwear.
It was not so much his dad. It was Christopher Walken
And his dad doing their
like,
underwear.
Do you know
like
what I'm
George
talking?
Costanza.
Gibby, do you know what I'm talking
Yes.
about with the George Costanza thing? You know what I'm
Yes.
talking about?
Yes, I do.
All right, cool. Because that's all I can think of. I'm sorry. All right, who's next? Who we got next?
Oh.
Good will get better.
Yeah.
That's who's next. We got two guests left. Man, this is going by way too quick. All right,
we ready?
We'll get better. Let's bring them on in. Thank you again to Open Your Ears Records for partnering with us to help bring even more new artists to your attention. Open Your Ears Records is an amazing independent record label. We've talked about this a bunch, out of Richmond, Virginia, with a killer lineup of up-and-coming bands and artists. This week, we're stoked to tell you about the first track, Sinners and Saints, from Providence, Rhode Island band Another One Down, off their upcoming EP Face Reality, releasing everywhere May 2nd. Another One Down continues reinventing their sound, with records containing everything from massive pop-punk anthems, aggressive fast-paced rock tracks, and shimmering ambient ballads. Their lyrics tackle the struggles that come with self-reflection, depression, and heartbreak with a mature and emotional vulnerability. With such a diverse and rich catalog, Another One Down truly has something special for everyone. You can also check out our interview with them back on episode 104 or season 3, episode 35. Thank you so much again to Open Your Ears Records for sponsoring today's episode. Hello.
How's it going?
Man, I'm not gonna lie.
Good, how
I was
are
a
you
little
doing?
disappointed
Good.
that that sound did not play when I pulled you in.
I had to turn it off. I completely forgot that, like, we have like our own Discord for the band, and we play games together.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and we just post the stupidest stuff on there. And one night we had like those intro joining things to the voice channel, and it was chaos, and I haven't turned it off since then. So
That's okay. It was awesome.
it's a good first impression, I hope.
It was great. I
was.
literally thought it was you that said that. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But if this wasn't being recorded for the podcast, I'd play some of my favorite like soundboards that I have. But we're
Yeah.
recording, so I cannot.
Yeah.
It's probably for the best.
It's probably for the best. All right. Let's dive right on in. Okay. So so if you've been watching in there, the questions only kind of get a little bit more chaotic as we go. And now we're at the point to where we're going to ask you about your band. But now, what is the easiest way to explain your band to a grandparent? Okay? Without being vague. You can't like phone it in. You got to like really try to get them to understand.
That's a good question. I don't know. Loud and sad. That sounds
Loud.
vague.
No,
Loud,
it's not.
loud and sad adult men. How about and one woman?
I like it. The reason I say that, like, without being vague, is because half the time, if a family member asks you, like, "What would your band sound like?" You're just like,
It's a
like
rock
whatever
band.
you hear. It's a rock band. Whatever you hear on the radio, it sounds like Drowning Pool. No,
Yeah.
I mean they wouldn't know what Drowning Pool is, but it's like the Rolling Stones.
I don't think any grandparent, like, or I maybe not like of our age group would I couldn't like compare it to like a pop punk band or anything like.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Exactly.
that's why it's more difficult. A more difficult question, because it's just it's like Elvis, but it's like heavier. No, it's not. It's not fucking like Elvis. It's not at all like Elvis. So that was the fun of this question.
Yeah.
All right, so this one, very cringe question because it's coming from one of the cringiest YouTubers ever. What would your porn star name be?
Is this from, what was his name?
Brian Stars himself.
Stars.
Yep.
Yeah, throwback. Man, I have to honor Brian Stars in some way. So, I don't know. What is it? Is it like your pet name and your street? I just got a pet, so I just got a new puppy yesterday, 2 days ago.
Okay.
And his name is Crosby, after a hockey player my wife named him. So I'm gonna say Crosby Stars.
Crosby Stars. That rolls
With a
off
Z
the
at end,
tongue
too,
really
just for the
well.
flair.
Dude, that's pretty porn star.
That rolls
Thanks.
off the tongue really well.
I might have to go
I like it.
snatch that handle off Instagram real quick.
There you go. And you'll have to just take pictures like we were talking about in the last interview. Just on a bed in your underwear, very Costanza like.
Whose bedroom are we using? I want to keep the picture going.
You gotta use
Well,
Pat's.
I mean, just mine.
Okay.
It
has to
continue to use mine.
It's got to be Pat's just to match like the whole theme of
Yeah.
everything.
It's the aesthetic,
We need to be consistent.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry,
Sorry about
Pat's
that.
dying over there from coughing fits for some reason.
I've literally had this cough. I got sick 2 weeks ago. I don't go away. I don't get this.
Yeah.
Okay. So this question though, this goes well with what you were even talking about. You guys hop on, you play video games and stuff like that with the band. What's your favorite video game?
My favorite is probably Stardew Valley. I like the cozy games.
Oh,
I
my
can
partner
just, like,
loves Stardew.
Get lost in. I think most of the band that plays games, when we play together, we always play those like survival type. Like we're on Rust for a long time.
Oh, I used to love Rust. You know what I used to do
that.
is I used to get all like the MIDI files for all like the fun songs, and I would go to the piano and be like, guys, come here, and I'll just start playing 1,000 miles.
We played that I don't know what it was called, but that like Pokemon game with guns for a while.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
probably the last game we were all stuck on. But
What
those type of games. My wife always says we just play a different version of Minecraft every couple months. So
Fair.
I love that.
I only play the only Pokemon I play is Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I just started playing that again.
I like to get my steps in.
Yeah. There's so much new stuff too.
I know. Well, we'll have to be friends on there. Send each other
Alright.
things.
I will.
Pat's only good at Fortnite when he's not in my lobbies, apparently.
That's true. That's true. But I do win sometimes.
When he's
But
not
We
in
were on
my
Fortnite
lobbies.
for a while too. Fortnite's actually a surprisingly fun game still.
It is. I like it. It's probably the only current game I play. I just don't play a lot of video games, but I do play Fortnite regularly enough.
Yeah, like I go through these weird phases where I don't play it, then I'll play it again, and then Pat will be like, "Hey, we should play." I'll be like, "Okay," and there's like a 50 gig update because I haven't touched it in so long.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's always some weird new thing like now you can fly. and I don't understand how to.
Dude, there's
how
a
to do it.
there's a rocket drill right now. That's the newest update. That's the web. It's a fucking rocket drill.
I think the last one we were all playing was the Avatar one, and I was
Okay,
so
yeah.
bad at it, I gave up.
I liked the Avatar one. That was
It
a
was
fun
fun,
one.
but everyone was way better than I am.
All right, so let's try to pull this back in.
Okay.
And by pull this back in, we're going to talk about food really quick. So, you know, McDonald's has all these different meals. They have like the Cardi B meal, the Offset meals. What would the Goodwill Get Better meal be?
All right, I'm gonna have to speak on behalf of the whole band, but it would definitely be way too many chicken nuggets, like at least 30.
No, I think that should be the number. It should just be called the way too many chicken nuggets. Like
Yeah.
they don't put an amount in there. It's just a fucking grip of them.
They just do like 7 scoops, and however
Yeah.
many are in the scoops, that'd be perfect. Just into
Yep.
the bag, no, not even a box.
Yeah.
And then we'll throw some fries on top of it, and then, you remember way back in the day, Burger King had those like that cheese powder you would put in the bag and shake it. I always bring this up, and nobody knows what I'm talking about.
I do.
But we're gonna do that, but with like McDonald's barbecue sauce, and just shake
Okay.
it into the bag.
Okay.
Just put barbecue sauce like in the paper bag and just shake it up.
They're gonna shake it and hand it to us, and then you
just
just
gonna be
kind of go for it.
And then you just
gonna be all
reach in,
fucking
just grab
goopy.
a handful of fries and nuggets just covered in barbecue sauce and just go.
Yeah, it's a good
Oh.
like sharing experience too. So it's a meal for a whole family, maybe friends.
You like you just that you also like get gloves that come with it, you know, like
Yeah,
so you can just dig
necessary.
on in there.
Yeah, and they even throw their napkins on top, so they're kind of soggy already. But
Yeah, so they're just full of barbecue sauce and soggy, and just
yeah,
I love it,
it'd be great at
You-
like 3 a.m.
dude. You really thought this out, like you're.
I've been thinking about this for quite some time. What would if I could make any meal at McDonald's? That's what it would be.
Yeah,
That's
I figured.
that's the best meal.
All right, let's get sentimental here. What's your favorite part about being in a band?
I think just having fun, playing shows. We didn't start playing shows until last year. I mean, we haven't played a crazy amount still, but just hanging out with friends and playing music is the best part of it.
I love it. It's true. It is the best part about being in a band.
Yeah.
All right, so bear with me. This one's pretty confusing. If your band was another band, what band would your band be?
I would probably get a lot of disagreeing from the other members, but I would personally say the Wonder Years, because that's the sound and the vibe I look up to the most.
Okay.
I love it. And also, I just want to say this because we're all here, we're all having a good time, we're having fun. The best part about the rest of your band not being here is it's not fucking up to them what you respond with.
Perfect.
This is up to you.
Well, one of them is in chat.
Our
One
lead
of them
guitar
is in
player,
chat.
Adam, he's in the chat right now, and he will give me shit for any answer that I do wrong.
Well, I don't walk back any statement I made.
But you would be happy to know.
I have you as a backup at least.
You would be
Alright,
happy
I
to
got
know
you,
that
dude.
Adam agreed.
Okay.
It's good.
He said,
Good.
"Nah, that was my
Adam.
first guess too. The Wonder Years, but sadder."
Yeah, fair.
Cool.
Well,
And
this
then
is
that,
another.
that's it.
This is another one. Then Adam's watching like a hawk. Okay, can't get this wrong. What movie would your music be the perfect soundtrack for?
All right, completely, probably unrelated, but I have to say, jeez, what is that? The movie Good Will Hunting or something? Is that the was it Robin Williams in that movie or something?
It
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
And
Yes, I'm gonna say that movie, and that movie I know would not fit perfectly, but we've been called that so many times and put like on show flyers and stuff. It's just an inside joke, so I'm gonna make it a point to
Boy,
say that our
now
music
I'm not-
represents that movie.
I'm not gonna lie. Now I feel like a real douche because I also made that joke. You know,
No,
like
it was great. It's perfect because we've been living up to it. We think it's the funniest thing. It keeps happening.
because yeah, you're probably sitting there. You're like, oh, fucking funny. Yeah. Oh, haven't heard that before. Yeah.
I think yours came off as intentional, like you're making a joke, but it happened so often unintentionally that it's funny at this point.
Good. It was mostly because I drew a blank because I was reading through stuff while I was trying to talk, and I was like, Goodwill Hunting. No, I'm just kidding. Good. Because I lost what I was going to say, but
Yeah.
I'm glad it looked intentional. That's what that is the sign of a pro.
That is.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Gibby.
So you're tasked with creating your own boy band out of any vocalist, dead or alive. What four do you choose?
I'm gonna choose Dan from the Wonder Years.
Okay.
Patrick Stump from Fall Out Boy.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go. I'll list my favorite bands at this point. I don't know his names.
The guy from Drowning
Hot
Pool.
Mulligan.
The guy from
The guy from Drowning Pool. 100% don't know his name, but he's going in. And
Hades.
the one dude from Hot Mulligan that yells.
Oh yeah.
Hades.
Something like
Hades.
that.
I don't know if
Adam
it's-
will probably know. He'll put it in the chat for me.
The new album is called Goodwill Get Hunting.
That's a perfect album name.
Yeah.
Oh, Tades.
I
There
love-
you go. I know it was like I knew it was a ADES. Tades.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty sick lineup for a
And
boy
the
band.
dude
A
from
very
Drowning Pool
screamy,
involved in it too.
awkward one.
Yeah, it would be a really interesting sounding boy band. I'll tell you that.
Yo,
I'm
if
like
it
create a new
happens.
genre from it.
You could. Yeah, I was gonna try and think of something quick off the top of my head, but I didn't come up with anything. We'll have to think about it. All right, we gotta have to let you go here, but before we do that, let everybody know why they should be listening to Goodwill Get Hunting. Share your links where they can find you.
I think you should listen to us if you like. We do a weird mixture of like 2010s pop punk and current Midwest emo sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Either of those things sound cool, you should check us out. We make very serious music. We are everywhere: Spotify, all that stuff, Instagram. Goodwill Get Better. We've got a new song coming out next Friday. It's called Psycho Pete Returns, and I have not announced that yet. So,
Dude, Psycho Pete returns. I love Sunny.
yeah, we got a couple Sunny references we're writing right now.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
It's my favorite show.
Yeah,
So now I love you guys even more.
thanks. You can kick me now if you want. It's fine.
I will, but make sure everybody go check out Goodwill Get Better. Don't listen to my jokes. Goodwill
Jokes
Get
are
Better.
great. Listen to
That's
the jokes.
That's the band name. Listen to my jokes. Come to see my stand-up. Okay.
You know,
Bye.
all right. You know, it's Goodwill Get Better, but you know, it's gonna be Goodwill Get Gone. That was a good one.
Okay.
I had that one
Goodwill
waiting.
Get Gone. You did.
I had
I'm
that
proud
one
of you.
waiting the whole time.
Oh man, you were just waiting for it.
I was waiting.
Waiting. Now it's time to wait no longer. We've got our final guest, Jamie Graves, who came to our rescue. Let's be honest. Came to our rescue.
Goodwill
I'm excited
Get
to
Gone,
hear
new
from-
song name. Hey, we're helping them out. We named their
Dude.
album. We
All
named
of-
a new
okay.
single.
Guys, hear me out, okay? Everything, like this next album, right, needs to be shit like good. Like the album needs to be called Goodwill Get Hunting, right? And then the songs all need to be like Goodwill Get Gone, Goodwill Get. You know, just keep the whole thing going. I think that's the call.
All for it. Make it as oh, someone beat me to that in chat. Let's make it confusing as possible.
Yeah, like really, really fuck with them. Hey, Matt, knock it off with the Boomer Pat stuff.
Oh, I
you
saw
son of a
that. Boomer
bitch.
Pat. All right, so
guy knows how to grind my gears.
I call. Don't worry, I call Pat a boomer every day almost.
No, they know how to grind my gears, man.
All right, we got Jamie coming up, and also big shout to Jamie. I'm gonna pull her in before I say this, cause
Oh,
We made it.
we did it. Go team.
We did it. We did it.
yeah, I
How's it
just wanted
going?
to say I appreciate you so much. You're like one of the OG supporters here on Twitch, and it's always just greatly appreciated whenever I see your name pop up in all our stuff.
Absolutely. I was so excited because I can't even remember when I found y'all. It's been too long and my brain is not good.
My brain. It's okay. My brain no good either.
Yeah. You understand.
I do. Very much. Well, had to get some refreshing water
Do I have
to help with my insane amount of caffeine. Caffeine, not coffee. I did have coffee today, but yeah, okay, that was fun. I'm just being awkward. That's cool. All right, Jamie, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Also, thanks for coming to our rescue, hooking us up, helping us out last minute. So
I got you. Yeah.
You got the headline and spot for being the hero. Okay, this personally is probably my favorite question of all of our questions for this series, because it's the most awkward and funny question and thing you get to do. Okay.
All right.
So,
All right.
You've been hanging out. You've heard the different ways we ask about what your band's like. Explain it as blah 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 yada yada. So this one, I want you to explain your band and your music. Okay, you're explaining it to a super cute puppy who's really really excited to see you.
Oh my God. To a super cute puppy who's excited to see me.
Yeah.
Oh God.
How would you talk to a little puppy who's just really excited to see you about your band?
Oh my God. I feel like I would. The dogs in my life really like guitars and really like music, so I feel like I would just take the puppy outside, strap a treat on a string with the guitar, and just like spin around in circles while it chases it while playing.
They're gonna
And
really
that's how
like
I would
it.
explain the music. Like, you get treat, you have fun.
Get treat, have fun.
Get treat, have fun.
That sounds like a song title right there as well.
Exactly. My new single.
A new single, get treat, have fun.
Get treat, have fun.
I love it.
All right, so if your music was a person, how would they describe themselves?
God, if my music was a person, how would they describe themselves?
Yeah.
I feel like Silly Goose, Final Boss.
Like the Rock final boss?
Oh yeah. Just peak silly goosery. If I could make that my music into a person. Definitely.
Peak silly goosery?
Peak silly goosery.
I mean, who doesn't like a good silly goose?
Oh, absolutely.
I love silly gooses.
Deep in the silly goose pond.
Let's get a little nostalgic here. So what is one thing from the early 2000s pop punk scene that you wish would make a comeback?
Ooh. One thing from the early 2000s pop punk scene that I wish could make a comeback.
Yeah, there's so many options. You know, you could do a shotgun in the back hair.
Oh yeah,
Spiky bracelets.
absolutely. I want to make filming music videos in abandoned water parks. I wish that would be cool again. Which could still be cool, but I just want to have an excuse to go to abandoned water park and fuck around.
I think you should just go do it then. You need like an old like camera too, not one of these newfangled ones or an iPhone. You need like an old Panasonic, you know, a little handheld.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's not specific to the 2000s, but I really want video on tape to come back. Like that's just anything to go back to analog. I would love.
Yeah. Analog's fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's something special about it. It's the same thing as like why vinyl records are you know so popular again. Like there's something special about it. You know, it's better than a CD. They always have been better. It's a warmer sound. It's more fun. You know.
Yeah.
It's always fun to collect. Realistically, you know, vinyl records. It's also dead media. It's fun to collect dead media. It's just fun to have it.
Absolutely. And I don't know. I'm hardcore in the ADHD club. So like if I'm listening to music on Spotify and I'm trying to listen through a whole album at a time and I get dings for notifications and things, like it interrupts the experience. So I think that's another layer to it as well.
Well, yeah, I think you need to try and you know, go the route that Max has been doing. Get one of those iPod Classics.
Yes.
Dude. They're so good. I miss my iPod Classic. I never had like the iPod Touch or any of that. The Classic was the best. It had like 250 gigabytes on it. Like it was none of them had that kind of space.
You know what's funny? It's like I was like 256 isn't a lot, but I'm thinking more for like a computer where I was like, oh, I don't have space for anything anymore.
Right.
I remember the days
whenever
when
like 2008 or whatever when those came out. That was a lot of fucking storage.
I remember the days when 40 megabytes was a lot of storage.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right,
So-
Gibby, what's your question?
so-
What do you got?
We're all kind of talking like boomers right now. So, what's your favorite food that is now discontinued?
Oh God, discontinued?
And if it's not the Slimer High C, it's nothing.
You know what? Unfortunately, I haven't had one of those. I did
Oh,
not
God.
get to experience.
An Ecto Cooler?
Yes.
Some Pepsi Clear?
Yeah. Oh my God. Two things come to mind. You know those like swoops things? It was just pure chocolate that they made into the shape of a Pringle.
I do.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That took a second. I was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Those are good.
Yes, the peanut butter chocolate swoops. Absolutely.
Dang. I forgot about those.
Yeah.
Dude,
They're
those
so
are
good. Or I don't know if it's discontinued, but the berry Dr. Pepper stuff. I don't know if that counts as early 2000s, but that's one thing I wish would come back.
Well,
it doesn't have to
to
be
for-
early 2000s. It could be
Yeah,
anything.
just whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know there's there's the blackberry. Is that the one you're talking about? The blackberry Dr. Pepper? So I think that's currently out, but I heard that just tastes like cough medicine.
Yeah, no,
Have you
not
tried
that
it?
one. There was another berry situation.
All right. I don't know. I think like there's an old soda that I used to. Oh gosh, it was like Josta. I don't remember. That was a
Josta?
pretty good one. It was like, yeah, that was a good one. Or there was like the one that was like it was a Dr. Pepper / cola type thing that was like super caffeinated. It was before energy drinks. I can't remember what it was called though. I used to like
Before energy drinks, was it green? Was it the Vault?
No, Volt was awesome though.
Yes.
Let me see
I'm
if I
gonna-
can find it for you.
Yeah. Hold up. I'm gonna get this. We got this. I'm gonna look up Jolt Cola. That's what it was.
Jolt.
Oh, okay.
Jolt Cola.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I remember that.
Yeah, Jolt Cola.
Was that a Dr. Pepper thing?
All right. No, it was just a cola. I was
Oh.
wrong. Just a cola. Okay, Jamie, if you were hired to rewrite the theme song for any show, what would it be and why?
Oh my god.
Yep, I know. These are the hard-hitting journalistic questions we ask on this show.
I know, you're really grilling me. Any theme show. Theme song to a show.
Mm-hmm.
While you think about that, Adam in chat said Jolt is coming back in 2025, apparently.
It
Oh wow.
better. It better. I've been doing my petitions forever. How do you think Surge came back? This guy. I was like, hey, Coca-Cola, knock it the fuck off and bring Surge back. And they were like, you got it, boss. And here we are. Surge. Stores. Nationwide. Oh my gosh. Whatever. I'm weird. What's your what you got for a show? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think the Flintstones. The Flintstones. You would it's kind of got that like I don't know. You would normally associate that show with an older school sound cuz they're in before ages. But I think it could be really funny to just do something super modern and high energy. I would love to rewrite the Flintstones.
You know what's awesome? You can.
You can.
You could.
Absolutely.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should. Maybe I will.
All right.
All right, so you're going to have to pick an artist from a different genre for this. But who would you want to you get to collaborate with any artist from a different genre? Who would you pick to collaborate with on a song?
Ooh. Does it have to be out of the rock space entirely?
Depends
Technicality?
Depends. Who do you got in mind?
The person who got me into music and specifically the rock space is Joan Jett, and I admire her so much. Would love to collaborate on something. She's collaborated with a couple of other artists I love, like Laura Jane Grace from Against Me. So would love that. That'd be a dream collaboration.
That is acceptable.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
acceptable.
100%. Joan
I
Jett.
passed the box check. Okay.
Joan Jett is an icon for sure.
Absolutely.
We're gonna keep it going with our TV show theme because why not? It's fun and that's what we're here. We're at that point. So once again, you've made the big time. You've super Jamie Graves, the biggest. Taylor who? Not Taylor Swift. Jamie Graves. Okay, so you made the big time, and you can guest star on any animated show. Which show do you choose? It can also not be currently on. You can go back in the Wayback Machine and pick from any animated show, but it needs to be an animated show.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big Steven Universe fan. I would love to guest star on Steven Universe and have like my character be some kind of new fusion, which I don't even know if they could create a new fusion at this point because they just did everything under the sun.
I'm sure we could come up with something.
Yeah.
We'll just fuse some fusions together.
Yes. But I love Steven Universe and Rebecca Sugar, and just I would love to. The animation style is so cute.
I love it. Perfect. Good pick. Good pick.
All right, so
All right,
we
Gibby,
got a couple.
left.
Oh, yep, I was about to say that. We got a couple more left
Sorry.
here. If you could pick one musician to be your platonic roommate, who would you pick? Also, you would have to share a room, have bunk beds, so who gets top bunk?
Who you want to have as a roommate? Now I was gonna say, I don't know if it should be Joan Jett. I don't think she'd be like, you can get the fuck out of my room now. That's what you can do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh God. That's a hard one. I feel like a lot of musicians I can imagine them just being really like basically fighting people in their sleep. I don't know if I would want that on the top bunk. Someone once described my music as Phoebe Bridgers if she did emo music. So maybe like her music, she seems like a very unhinged in the best way kind of human, but still, you know, a little reserved and quiet maybe. So maybe Phoebe. Maybe Phoebe.
Okay. A little unhinged but still hinged.
Yes.
Yeah. So who gets the top bunk? Are you doing it, or is Phoebe getting it?
I feel like I'd have to give it to Phoebe.
Yeah. I mean, probably, but you also could be Queen Bee. I don't know. You could be like, this is my top bunk, Phoebe.
I'm going to duel Phoebe for the top bunk.
Yeah. This is your universe. It's okay. You do whatever. You do whatever you want. All right. With that was tons of fun. Once again, it's time to go. So let everybody know why they should be listening to you, where they can find you, what's next for you.
Absolutely. I'm at Jamie Graves Music everywhere. I just had a pop punk cover of Sabrina Carpenter's Taste come out. Working on new stuff all the time, including a new EP, which I'm very excited about. Why you should listen to me? I mean, we're all just silly geese swimming in the silly goosery pond. So get in the pond if you want to join. But no, I bring a lot of depth to pop punk music and talking about mental health and inclusivity, and I want to build that more broadly in my area and beyond. So bringing depth back to pop punk and hoping to uplift others to do the same.
I love it. Jamie, thanks so much for hanging out with us. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for saving us, rescuing us. You're the boss.
I got you.
And with that being said, thanks so much for hanging out.
That was like the most pleasant goodbye you have done. And that was very respectful. That was very respectful, Gibby. Proud of you.
She did us a favor, so.
She did. And so did you.
Yeah. I always do a favor by hanging out and existing here for you guys. That is all I do with this place, is just hang out and exist.
What is Shrek ketchup?
Shrek ketchup? Oh, that's the green ketchup, right?
There's green ketchup, Shrek ketchup. I don't know, maybe.
I don't
Pepsi
remember.
Blue. Pepsi Blue is good too. All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We'll stay in chat for a little bit, but for all you listening to the podcast, I love you. We're going to end this right here. Thanks so much for checking out the showcase special and hanging out with us here at Unsigned Pop Punk. And it's been a pleasure. We'll see you all on Monday.
Thank you so much for checking out the show. Please hit that like, subscribe, or follow button so you never miss an episode. And thank you to those who already are. Please rate and review the show to help the show be found by new people. And if you're in the position to help us grow, head on over to our website where you can find merch, our Patreon, and other ways that you can help at www.unsignedpoppunk.com. Let us know in the comments who else you'd like to see on the show and what other content you would like to see. Thank you so much for spending your time with us.